Professor? But what are you doing?
What am I doing, Mr. Wright?
Yeah, you were supposed to show up with some decisive evidence and save the day, Professor.
I'm afraid my only concern here is the truth.
The truth?
The truth behind the real identity of the Great Witch, Espella Cantabella. If seeking the truth requires us to stand on opposite sides of the courtroom, then so be it. I expect you to defend Miss Cantabella with everything you've got, Mr. Wright.
Alright, welcome back. So, from that little bit of conflict that just happened, I'm guessing that, obviously, the professor is trying to stand on the opposite side to try to keep this trial going and find out the truth, as what happened with Edgeworth back in the day and stuff. But anyways, yes, I'm still recording. I'm gonna try to record all through Chapter 9 tonight, but only got like an hour or so, like a little over an hour to do so. So, here's trying. And hopefully I can get through Chapter 9, because these parts have been kinda like hour and a half or something, so yeah. Anyways, court is now back in session. Are you prepared, High Inquisitor? So long as I remained on the witness stand, I am no longer High Inquisitor. Simply, Darklaw will suffice. Well, that's what I've been kind of calling you, since that's your name on the little message box. Miss Darklaw, I'd like to just confirm something. A moment ago, we established that you were in fact present at the bell tower during the time of the incident. That makes a total of 3 people at the scene. It would appear that was the case. However, you managed to stay hidden from 10 guards! With the help of this right here. The robe of invisibility. In other words, there's every reason to be suspicious of your actions tonight. Lady Darklaw, while I cannot believe you would deceive us in such a way, even though your name is Darklaw, I ask that you tell the court what happened at the time of the incident. Very well. The town square was to be the parade's final stop. I patrolled the perimeter to ensure nothing was amiss. As I passed by the bell tower, a pair of small footprints leading inside caught my eye. I went inside to investigate. So you're saying that the vigilantes did not see that? See you go inside? It didn't mention you. Weren't mentioned. I had my own reasons for not allowing any one of those vigilantes to see me. Oh, really? Ha! I like to hear that one. I climbed the stairs, up the bell tower, and saw an intruder inside with their back turned. I proceeded to apprehend them. You apprehended the intruder? Then why didn't you say something in the get-go? While I hold the position of High Inquisitor, there are often times when I must partake in various secret tasks unbeknownst to the citizens of Labyrinthia. One of those tasks being ensuring the security of the storyteller. Yeah, right. Security? As such, there is nothing odd nor suspicious about my actions tonight. I see. Defender, You may now begin your interrogation. How many do I have up here? How many do I have up here?
The town square was to be the parade's final stop. I patrolled the perimeter to ensure nothing was amiss.
It's funny how we changed Inquisitors, yet I still have 4 lives left. Technically only 3, because the last one will get me screwed over. Hold it! Why don't I have 5 lives after putting you in the witness stand?
Nothing was amiss. You mean there was no immediate threat to the storyteller, right? Now you tell me, Defender. Surely you remember the final parts of the story?
Shut up. Quit pointing at me. Is that actually... Yeah! Yeah, that's coming out of the screen.
She must mean the part about the storyteller's death.
There's little possibility of changing the outcome of what has already been written in the story. However, there are still those who would challenge the story and make an attempt at changing the inevitable, such as the storyteller themselves.
Wait, the storyteller's alive?
I didn't say anything.
That is what I too think.
What's up, man? Did you notice something?
You could say that. It's just, look at Kira. She's been looking down in the dumps since the start.
Oh, right. Kira. I honestly forgot she was even still there.
Not only that, she looks sorta scared too, standing right next to Darklaw.
You're right. We can't afford to forget about her.
I wonder if Kira has anything else she could tell us. I've got to remember to question her the second I see an opening.
That's what I'm looking out for right now.
As I passed by the bell tower, a pair of small footprints leading inside caught my eye. I went inside to investigate.
Hold it!
Those must have been Miss Kira's footsteps from when she snuck into the bell tower, right? Indeed, the ground outside was quite muddy after the rain, so her footprints were easily visible.
Right. According to the vigilante's testimony here, they thought the footprints looked like Foxy's, but it turned out they weren't hers. Part 69.
That's right, Part 69! Her footprint would have contained a mark where her stiletto had been. But the footprints I saw at the bell tower contained no heel mark at all.
And you stepped inside those footprints on your way up the stairs, so as not to leave your own and risk being detected, correct?
Exactly.
So we have 3 footprints now of people standing on those exact footprints. You'd expect, like, the mud to have made a huge freaking footstep. Like, not huge footstep, but a lot of mud to be right there on that single footstep when there were 3. Technically, I'm pretty sure there were 3. It looked like she stepped on it, but maybe not. Whatever.
At that time, my task was to ensure the safety of the town square. In doing so, it was of the utmost importance that no one knew of my presence there.
Had the townspeople noticed your presence there, it would undoubtedly have raised some suspicion.
Indeed, so naturally, that is why I did not wish to be noticed by the vigilantes. Therefore, it was imperative that I mask any traces of myself being there, even if it was meant utilizing someone else's footprints.
I see. A clever tactic worthy of the High Inquisitor herself.
Is there anything off about her testimony just now? I don't think so. Let's go back to that. Let's go back to that. I can't let the professor catch me off guard. Yeah, exactly. If I'm going to press an issue, I'd better be sure I know what I'm talking about first.
A wise decision, Mr. Wright.
You heard me from over there?
Boy, Nick, he can totally read you like a book.
Okay, seriously. Is my face that easy to read, or is everyone just psychic in here?
I had my own reasons for not allowing any of one of those vigilantes to see me.
Hold it! Wait, and what were those reasons?
They relate to protecting the storyteller. It was something I was to carry out at that particular time.
Did it perhaps have something to do with what was already decided upon in the story?
The storyteller's word is absolute. Therefore, any and all those who make an attempt to alter his will must be dealt with immediately.
Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa. Hang on! Excuse me, Miss Kira? Don't pull a frickin' wordsmith on me, please. Witness! Or... What's his name? The guy that drinks a lot? You know what I'm talking about. The guy that... Demir? Or... Emir! Yes, Emir. Don't be pulling an Emir here.
Yes?
Figures. She really doesn't remember her own name. You seem to be deep in thought about something. Did you remember anything regarding the High Inquisitor's testimony?
No, I'm sorry. Nothing in particular. It's just... I'm a little disappointed in myself.
Disappointed?
I traveled all the way here to Labyrinthia in order to fulfill my mission, but all I managed to do was fail and end up being captured.
Regardless of your own failure, Miss Kira, the storyteller did die as was foretold, did he not?
Tonight, as the rain came pouring down over the town, I arrived at my designated location. Naturally, the bell tower was surrounded by guards on patrol. 10 to be exact. I was very nervous.
She must be talking about the vigilantes.
Just relax. You'll be fine as long as you're wearing this robe, I kept telling myself. Little did I know I was wrong. But none of this would have happened if I was just a little bit more careful.
Enough. I would be thinking more about atoning for your past crimes, and less about what could have been, if I were you.
Is there anything wrong with Miss Kira's testimony? Hold on one second. About your testimony, Miss Kira. You were thinking to yourself that so long as you had your robe on, you would be fine.
Yes, that's right, I was.
So basically, you were wearing the robe the whole time you were on the top floor of the bell tower, is that right? Didn't I go over this, like, the last half of the chapter?
Yes, I had it on the entire time. That is, until I was attacked. Then my robe was ripped off by the wind.
Miss Kira, this is the first time we've heard any mention of this information.
Is that so? I think I must have just forgotten.
Your Honor, perhaps we should update this piece of evidence in the court record.
Right you are. There we go. Cool. So it was worn while she was being attacked. Hence, someone could see her while being attacked. Like, well, she was wearing it. Yeah! Dot me off! I know exactly what's going on here. Thanks for just pointing it right out there, Darklaw.
I climbed the stairs, up the bell tower, and saw the intruder with her robe on that was invisible inside with their back turned. I proceeded to apprehend them.
Invisibility robe worn by Kira when she was attacked.
Objection!
So the person you saw when you entered the bell tower was actually Miss Kira. The only problem with that is that it would have been impossible.
What are you talking about, Defender?
Miss Kira, or should I say the witness, stated that while she was waiting on the upper floor of the tower, she was wearing her invisibility robe. Therefore, ergo, there's no way Miss Darklaw would have been able to see the witness. Oh, you're quite right. Anyone wearing this robe becomes invisible. Right, but there is just one particular group of people that can see anyone dressed in this robe. And who is that exactly? Only residents of Eldritch Woods are able to see the robe. If you're from the Eldritch Woods, then you'll have absolutely no problem seeing this thing right here.
Objection!
So, what you are saying, Mr. Wright, is that Miss Darklaw here actually hails from the Eldritch Woods. Is that correct? In that she knew this girl prior to tonight?
That's right, Professor. What is this? No, that's not how you say it. What is this?
A most impressive display, Mr. Wright. However, there is one detail that you appear to have overlooked.
Yes? Something I overlooked?
You say Miss Darklaw saw something she should not have been able to see. However, the truth is that there is one other possibility as to what occurred tonight.
Did he just say what I think he said?
It's rather easy to work out. Quite simply, the witness was not wearing the robe in the first place.
Didn't she just say she was wearing it, though? What are you talking about, Inquisitor?
This witness has proven her memory of tonight's events to be quite unreliable. I believe that by the time she climbed the bell tower, she had, in fact, already removed her robe.
What? 'Tis as you say, Inquisitor. As you can see, Defender, your assertion is mere speculation at best. Your little witness here has been lying to the court the entire time. It's as simple as that.
Thank you very much, Kira.
Objection!
Objection! 1 second. The witness was quite clear with her testimony. Isn't that right, Miss Kira?
I'm not sure.
What?
I mean, my memory's a little fuzzy.
No way!
It would appear there is nothing more to be gained from this line of questioning. Your Honor, I suggest we return to the cross-examination. A fine idea, Inquisitor. Well then, Lady Darklaw, will you please continue with your testimony?
As you wish.
Man, you are useless! No matter how you slice it, Kira looks like she definitely is hiding something.
If only there was some way of getting her to talk, huh, Nick? No matter what Kira says, Darklaw just stays cool and brushes it off.
Yeah, this isn't going to be easy, that's for sure. That's why we really need to set our sights on Darklaw. If we keep doing that, then sooner or later Kira is bound to speak up and say something.
Whoa, Nick. That's your most dastardly devious plan yet!
Alright, I know there's still a clue or two in this testimony somewhere, and I'm gonna find it. I should go back and double check her previous testimony. There have to be some more contradictions. Yeah. This would be the time to go back to the beginning. Okay. Hold it! Okay, so we already read all this, right? And get to see this again. But I am pretty sure there's something very wrong with this testimony. Yes, there is something very wrong with this testimony, thank you very much. Yeah, Miss Darklaw! I just noticed something in your testimony that's very relevant to the case. The defense requests you amend your testimony.
You just can't help letting that ridiculous imagination of yours run wild, can you?
The Inquisition has no objections. Very well. The witness will amend her testimony.
Yeah, I love doing that. Okay.
There was no heel on the footprints, so as I ascended the stairs, I was careful to match my footprint steps as far as possible.
Wait. Where's that at?
Objection!
What I have here is a sketch of the footprints left at the bell tower. So tell me, Miss Darklaw, are these your footprints in the sketch?
It would appear so.
Wow. Just be blunt about it.
I would never mean to offend the hard work of Labyrinthia's vigilantes, but tonight's task was mine and mine alone.
Okay, when you put it that way, I can't help but notice a contradiction.
What did you say?
Miss Darklaw, you stated the following. You stated the following. When you climbed the stairs, footprints had no heel, so you tried to match your footsteps to them as far as possible. However, if you look at the actual footprints that were left behind, you can clearly see that not only is the heel present, but so is the entire foot. If you were trying so hard to step on the footprints already there, then the footprints in this sketch shouldn't have heel marks.
That is very true. Although, I do not think such a small detail is of much importance in the long run.
I agree, it is a small detail, Your Honor, but that's not all I noticed. There was something very telling about Miss Darklaw's testimony.
Telling, you say?
She stated that she stepped on the footprints that were already at the scene in order to disguise her presence, right? Now, there's something strange there. Specifically, why were these footprints left at the crime scene in the first place?
Objection.
Mr. Wright.
Yes, Professor? Inquisitor, Professor Inquisitor?
Tell me, can you show the court why this seemingly minor detail is odd?
I can't exactly do that at the moment.
Who can say whether or not these footprints are indeed worthy of concern? And if it is an issue, then what exactly are the implications? That, above all, is what you must answer, Mr. Wright. I do not believe you can assert that this is a blatant contradiction at this time.
Irk. There he goes again, flexing that amazing brain of his, with his finger pointing upwards.
That's enough.
Miss Kara?
Lady Darklaw, how could you? How could you simply abandon us? How could you betray us?
Betray? Witness! What is the meaning of this outburst?
Lady Darklaw, you are the mistress of the Eldritch Woods. You are the one responsible for handing us our tasks.
Wait, what?
What?
This wretched girl is nothing more than a detestable spawn of magic. Her words cannot be taken seriously.
So wait a second. If you're not the... Wait. Are you the Great Witch? The Zella that's... Or the Great Witch in the woods? Are you that guy that was... Like... Nah, you're probably the Great Witch.
People of Labyrinthia, I ask you, what am I, if not a loyal daughter of this fair town? No, you're lying, Lady Darklaw. When I was waiting up there at the top of the bell tower, I was most certainly wearing that robe. Lady Darklaw, you were also wearing a similar robe, were you not? Don't you remember? Humph! What nonsense! I haven't a clue what you are babbling about. I simply managed to sneak right by those makeshift guards. 'Twas not the most demanding of tasks for someone like me. Yes, you are right. That would be true. If you'd been sneaking around by yourself.
By yourself? Witness, explain!
Enough! Listen to me and listen well. Continue as you are, and I will see to it that this court be the last place in which you ever set foot.
Hey! You are a witness. You are no longer an Inquisitor. You have no right. You have no right to be making such demands against the witness. Such badgering and very, very, very consequential demands that if another witness were to have done that in, like, any other court, including this one, they would be getting hell from the friggin' Inquisitor or the prosecutor or anyone, so...
It matters not. The end is already nigh. After the events of today, I shouldn't even be here right now.
Miss Kira, you're saying that Miss Darklaw was not by herself at the time of the incident, right?
That's right. Lady Darklaw was wearing the invisibility robe, and underneath that robe was a young girl passed out on her back.
What?
A girl? Could that be?
Yes. It was the very same girl imprisoned inside that cage up there.
You mean... Espella Cantabella?